Hi everyone, welcome to another fine edition of Dining with the Don. You know, we talk about different foods and what we want to cook, and we never know what we're going to cook from day to day. And that's what I want you guys to think about. Today we're going to do something kind of different, kind of fun. We noticed that we've got a lot of basil out in the back on the patio, and we don't want it to go bad, so we might as well use it. We're going to go ahead and we're going to make a homemade pesto. Once we make that, we can put it in jars, we can put it in the freezer, and we can bring it out whenever we want. It's a quick way to have a meal ready, and once again, we're using something that would go bad if we let it sit any longer. So come on, let's go out on the patio and let's get started. Hey guys, it's a rainy day today in Atlanta, but that's okay because we're cooking. Once again, we've got a lot of basil growing. We're going to go ahead and cut it. That basil smells so good. Oh my God, the house is going to smell amazing in a couple minutes. Come on inside. Okay, we've got the basil, and once again, it just smells amazing. The whole house is just full of a beautiful basil flavor. We're going to go ahead, we keep breaking this basil down, and we're just pinching off the leaves, and we're trying not to get any stem in there. Now, if you bought this at the grocery store, you know how much basil costs. But if you grow it in your backyard, or we can show you later, we have a little hydroponic system. So in the winter, we can grow herbs year round. And that's always, and they're really inexpensive. We found one and we run it, and it produces delicious vegetables. You can even do lettuce if you want with it. You can do basil, thyme, oregano, anything you want. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to let that sit, and we're going to go on to our next step. And we have some pine nuts, we have garlic, and we have some fresh grated Parmesan. So we're going to go ahead, we want to toast these pine nuts because we want to give them a little bit of a toasty flavor. It's going to really give another layer to the pesto. So come on over here, watch what we do, and we're going to get these ready. We're going to let that olive oil heat up a little bit. Now you could toast these really without any olive oil. I just like the olive oil. I think it gives it, once again, another layer, another complexity. We want to wait till that oil gets good and hot because we want to flash these off pretty quick. Okay, that oil, we can see it's starting to heat up real well. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put our pine nuts in. And we're going to spread those pine nuts out. And we're just going to go ahead and toast them lightly. That's a half a cup of pine nuts, to give you an idea of what we're putting in there. And you can see how quick these brown up. We don't want to go too long on them. We're going to toss them. You're probably going to go about a minute on these. Once again, just to get that brown. Okay, we're all done. We're going to take them off. So we've got those toasted pine nuts in the food processor, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the rest of our ingredients in. We're going to go ahead and cut a nice fresh lemon. The lemon, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to ream it right in there. And we're going to put one whole lemon in there. You can go with a half, it's up to you. I personally like the flavor of the lemon. I think it pairs really well. So we're good there. We're going to go ahead. I've got 8 cloves of garlic because I like a strong garlic, and we have a lot of basil. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in. We've got a large bunch of basil. We're going to go ahead and put that in. And you're going to have to pack it in there, but once a food processor starts working, it's going to knock it down quick. Okay, we've got that basil in there, and now we're going to go ahead. I've got a half a cup of fresh grated Parmesan. We're going to go ahead and put that in. All right. close up that food processor, and we're going to add olive oil. That's the secret to emulsifying this and giving it that beautiful texture. We're going to add some salt and pepper. And once again, we have a good amount of basil in there, so don't be afraid to put some salt in it, some fresh ground pepper. All right, we're going to close up that food processor, and we've got it ready to go. We're going to add a little bit of olive oil just to get it going. And we're going to go ahead and start pulsing that. Okay, you can see that pesto now. It is creamy and it's all ready to go. It's broken down real nice. So we're going to get a bowl to put that in. Oh, it's really good. Good flavor. The basil, the pine nuts, the garlic, the lemon. I think it's perfect. So we're going to go ahead and get started on some noodles. Okay, we've got our pot out, and we're going to go ahead. We've got our pot filler. These are so handy to have. You're not carrying water back and forth. You just bring your pot over, fill it up right there, get it to the level you want. Remember, when you're making noodles, you've got to salt the water. If you don't salt the water, you don't have good noodles. Don't be afraid to put a good amount of salt in there. So we're going to go ahead. We've got the water at the level we want. Put our pot filler back. We've got the oven on high. We're going to let that go, and then we're going to throw our noodles in. All right, those noodles have been on for about 6 minutes. They're al dente. We want to pull them and get them into a colander. So we're going to go ahead and do a small portion just to show you guys what this looks like. So we're going to go ahead, get it plated. It is hot. We're going to go ahead. We've got that pesto all ready to go. We're going to layer that right on top. You don't need a lot of pesto. A little pesto goes a long way. So we're going to lay it right on there. That's plenty. And then I've got some fresh grated Parmesan. We're going to go right over the top with that. Now some people, if they want, they might want to put a little crushed red pepper on it. That's totally up to you. I personally, on pasta, love crushed pepper. Put our Parmesan. We're going to go ahead, plate that up. We've got an angel hair with homemade fresh pesto, basil right out of the garden, Parmesan over the top. It looks beautiful, and thank you for dining with the Don.